Welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing lessons 3.0 and 3.1. Communication is a two-way street and detour for effective verbal communication. Our study goals for 3.0 to 3.2 are, first, to learn about the importance of good communication. Second, to learn the I message for good verbal communication. And last, to recognize and understand what nonverbal communication is. Now, we're going to start this one a little bit differently. We're going to do a vocabulary exercise. First, let's look at the vocabulary words we're going to do. Get out your pen and paper and write these down. Number 1, credibility. Number 2, interpersonal. Number 3, impetus. Number 4, spark. Number 5, feedback. Number 6, frequent. Go ahead and take a look at these definitions. Take out your dictionary and get your pencil ready. I want you to match the definitions to the word. Now, I'm only going to give you a little bit of time to do this, so you're going to need to hurry. I'll see you in just a moment. I hope you were able to match all the definitions with the correct word. Let's go over the answers real quick. Number 1, credibility is the quality of being believable. Number 2, interpersonal means between people. Number 3, impetus means the force that moves something. Number 4, spark means to ignite or start. Number 5, feedback means a response or a reaction. And number 6, frequent means happening on many occasions. Be sure to spend some time learning these words. You're going to need to know them to be successful in these lessons. Let's start looking at communication. Now, communication is a two-way street. That means messages need to go both from you and to you in order for it to happen. Let's quickly look at the 3 parts of communication. The first part is sending a message. The second part is receiving that message. And then the third part is understanding that message. Each one of these are very important so that effective, good communication can happen. Now, as you probably know, communication happens all the time, all around us. Take a look at these pictures. Doesn't matter if you're with your family, if you're playing sports, if you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend, at work or at school. You need good communication in order to improve your interpersonal relationships. Now, interpersonal is a word that's made up of 2 parts. The first part, inter, means between. Now, personal means people. So this is talking about relationships between people. Now, relationships are built through communication. And we all know that good, strong interpersonal relationships are very important to our health. Now, communication is the key to healthy relationships. In fact, it's the impetus that sparks caring, giving, and sharing. That means it's the force that makes us start to care, share, and give. Now, there are a few different types of communication that we're going to be looking at in this module. The first one is verbal communication. The second one is nonverbal communication. The third one is one-way communication. And the fourth one is two-way communication. Let's take a closer look at verbal communication. Verbal communication is any communication involving words. It can be through speaking. It can also be done through writing. Now, there are many ways that we communicate without using words every day. Sometimes we gesture, saying hello. Other times our face tells if we're happy or angry. The tone of our voice sends a message, and our general body language tells people something. Nonverbal communication is made up of all of these things. The next kind of communication is called one-way communication. This happens when the person sending the information can't get feedback. It could be because of a language barrier or because the person hearing the message just is not able to respond. Well, the fourth and final type of communication that we're going to talk about is two-way communication. This happens when both people are able to provide feedback. Two-way communication is very important in building strong, healthy interpersonal relationships. A very useful tool for effective verbal communication is called the iMessage. The iMessage is a message about what you feel, think, or believe. And it's a message that you send without putting blame on somebody else. Remember, one of the most important parts of communication is getting what you would like to say across to the other person. Blaming can often block that. Let's look at a situation. Let's say your mother is mad because you are late getting home. And so a you message that your mother probably usually uses is, "You make me mad when you're late for dinner." Now, when you hear that, you probably just get angry inside. A more effective way of communicating would be an I message that says, "I worry about you when you don't come home on time." This shifts the blame off of you and lets you know that your mother's worried about you. Let's take a look at a few of the elements of the I message. The first thing is that the I message allows you to express your feelings. The second thing is it lessens the level of conflict. The third thing is that it doesn't place blame. The fourth thing is that it's positive and effective, which is what you want when communicating. Now, a few steps that you can take in order to form an I message are: first, state the person's name, then state how you feel, next, identify the issue, and last, state what you would like. A good example of an I message would be in response to what your mother said to you about being late. You would say something like, "Mom, I feel like I'm doing my best to get home on time. Sometimes basketball practice doesn't end on time, and that makes me late. I really hope you can just give me a call when you're worried." This is a very effective, non-blaming way to respond to your mother. Let's do a quick exercise to practice forming an I message. Change the following sentence to an I message. The sentence is, "You are so rude." Take just a few moments to change that into a sentence that's not blaming, but still expresses what you feel and what you'd like. I hope you were able to come up with a good I message. An example one that I wrote is, "I feel like you don't respect me when you speak rudely to me." This is much less aggressive and is more likely to get the response that you want. Remember, the reason you communicate is to get a message sent to the person so that they can hear what you really want to say and they can understand how you feel and what you'd like. Now it's time for your assignment. You're going to be working on the work file for 3.1. It's going to help you to practice using the iMessage. Be sure to read the directions and complete all the exercises, and we'll see you next time.